What is up, crew? I am doing another late night edition live for you guys. Every now and then I have these late nights here at the office, putting in the grind, and I got some thoughts to share. So I'm going to, I actually completely forgot to open up my channel so I can watch comments. YouTube is not the best at comment section on mobile. What's up, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. All right, got my comment section open up. We're good to go. What's up, Scott? So completely unplanned, unscheduled live for you guys tonight. I've done these before. People seem to get a little bit of value out of them where it's completely unscripted, just me sharing some thoughts. No big topic of the night except for one word, and that is focus, because that's kind of what's on my mind lately. It's what I'm seeing in between Facebook groups, Instagram. I'm just seeing a common trend of spreading yourself too thin, and it's something I've definitely struggled with myself. And lately, I feel like this week and last week in particular, I've been so focused on different side hustles, and I'm not really like honed in on one. And that's what I'm getting myself back to doing. So I spent the last 2 days kind of getting myself reset back into kind of my hustle mode with just one or two things at a time rather than spreading myself thin. That's kind of what brought on this YouTube. I was getting ready to head home. Actually, it is 9:10 p.m. I was here till midnight last night, and I was here till about 10 o'clock the night before. So it's been a lot of late nights for me, catching up with a lot of stuff, kind of just not cutting ties with things, but coming to closure with things so that I can focus on fewer items and help those grow. What's up, guys? We got a couple of thrifters in the house. Michael, Brittany, Omar. Omar's putting in some late night shoe prep. What is up, guys? So yeah, I'll just dive in kind of what my little spiel is for tonight. I'll probably keep this fairly short, simple to the point. It all boils down to that one word. It's focus. Focus, focus, focus. And if you are new to the reselling game, if you're new to business in general, you're going to figure out real quick it's very, very easy to get distracted because you've got all kinds of different ways to resell. You've got all kinds of different business models. You can get into affiliate marketing if you're doing content creation for yourself, whether that's with an Instagram account, YouTube channel, Facebook groups, etc. Extremely easy to get distracted by all these things. And the biggest tip, the biggest lesson I learned in my journey so far was absolutely to focus, not spreading myself too thin. John C. Maxwell, do we have any personal development fans in here? Big fan of reading and videos, mental stuff. John C. Maxwell, I had the pleasure of hearing him speak in person. I went to an event, watched him live, and he said, and this was probably 5 years ago, and it stuck with me ever since. And every time that I catch myself in this phase of spreading myself too thin, I always remember that speech that he gave. And there's one section he talked about, and he says, if you take an axe and you go into the woods and you hit 1,000 trees one time each, you're going to make a little dent, but you're not going to get very far. But if you focus those 1,000 hits on fewer trees, 3, 4, 5 trees, those things are probably going to be coming down. And it's right along with the phrase of a jack of all trades is a master of nothing. And that's something that's kind of always stuck with me ever since then. So when I catch myself in these phases of trying to do so many different things, like lately, merch has been on not just mine, but Trista's too. Merch has been floating around my mind, trying to get back into merch. I finally outsourced my video editing for the vlog stuff, which editing itself takes up a ton of time. And so between the video editing, getting back into merch, trying to get that account up and running, Amazon FBA, where we've been transitioning from retail arbitrage into wholesale. I still do online arbitrage. So managing those three plus eBay. Now that we're in garage sale season, we're trying to get out every single Friday in garage sale. And then of course we have the YouTube channel, we have our Instagram account, I have our private groups, that I have communities, I have members I need to be in touch with every single day. I do phone calls for our clients, lots of moving parts, and it's easy for me to get distracted. And I've told you guys from day one, I'm going to come up here and show you guys the bad days, the good days. The days like today where I've just had a lot of reflection going on with our own personal business and just what I'm doing really, right? Because there's so many different options, which is amazing. We have so many different outlets we can produce income with, we can help people with. It's amazing, but it's a double-edged sword because it's very easy for me to get distracted. So this has been kind of my reset yesterday and today. I actually didn't even get into the office until about 5:30 last night, and I didn't roll in here until about I say 2:30 today because I spent the first half of the day. I spent 2 hours. Usually I only spend like an hour tops, but I spent 2 hours in the gym yesterday and 2 hours today because that for me it wasn't about working out in the gym for 2 hours. It was like my mental break away from everything. It was my moments of clarity, a lot of reflection, and I got some extra cardio and weightlifting in, so that's always a good thing, but lots of reflection. And then after the gym in the morning, I would go back to the house, shower up, and I would actually just chill on the couch. And I was very productive with my work. I was working on the computer all day, but I just got out of my usual environment, which is here at the office. And I'm a big fan of doing this. If you need a reset in your business, and not just business, but your personal life too, you need to change your environment, change your scenery. So for me, I'm in the office all day, every day. I needed a change of scenery. So I got back to my roots, which was on the couch. And as dumb as that sounds for a lot of people, for me, it was an amazing break. Everyone was out of the house. I had the house to myself. It was quiet. I didn't listen to music, TV, nothing. I just worked all day and got caught up, created closure with a lot of stuff. I reorganized a lot of stuff. And again, I'm as transparent with you guys as I can be without giving away specific products and that kind of stuff, but I'm always trying to be as transparent and raw with you guys as I can. And I'm trying to structure Side Hustle Pros as a company now because we're to a point where we're not doing big business by any means. We make enough to be self-employed and to basically survive some months. We're still in the process of growing and scaling like you guys are too. So, but we're at that point where we have between virtual assistants, physical help as in the form of employees, we're to that point where I need to start treating this and structuring it like an actual company is run so that we can scale even more. It's no longer just about us going to garage sales and flipping a few things. We've got a lot of moving pieces and parts, and that comes with organization and structure, which is not something I'm great at, but I'm getting better at. That's something I can't outsource is like the structure and organization because I'm the one that knows I have all the moving parts in my head every day. And that's the hardest part about being self-employed is it is on your mind 24/7. It never calms down. It's always running up there. That's why being an entrepreneur it's an extremely difficult journey that not many people like to share the tough times about. And the flip side of that too is it's also a very lonely journey. Like I reflect back oftentimes to when I did have a full-time job in my past career. Most of you know by now, I was a massage therapist full-time, 6 days a week, six clients a day. The one part about having a regular job that I miss, there's two things. One is the ease of the schedule, the fact that I can show up, clock in, do my work, and clock out, and then my time was my time. I was never thinking about work if I wasn't at work. If I was done working at like 6 p.m., 6 p.m. until midnight was my time. I can put my feet up, relax. My mind was calm. And it's not that way when you're self-employed. It is when it's your business, man, it's all that's on your mind. And I'm probably not the only one that feels that way. So I'm curious, comment below if you guys feel that way too. But it's on your mind. Even if it's a side hustle, if you have a full-time job and you're just doing this stuff as a side hustle, your side hustle is probably going to be on your mind 24/7, just like it is with me. So I spent the last 2 days restructuring, organizing, getting laser focused, putting my blinders on, and just really focusing on what my race is right now, this week, this month, and focusing. And I feel like I'm in a really good spot right now. I feel like I got my blinders on. I've had them on. I've been working my ass off, and I've been very productive. But I know that I can be more productive if I put a hold on certain things and I really go in on other ones. One of them is Amazon in general. Amazon for us has always been, it's never been a full-time gig. We've never put full-time effort into it, but I'm really wanting to make that transition of RA into, and that's retail arbitrage if you don't know. into wholesale. So I've been sitting on my hands for a month because we conserved all of our capital to put into a wholesale product, and we went pretty deep on it. So we put all of our capital into it. It's currently being shipped here. It'll be here in about a week. We're actually going down to Disneyland, so I'm excited to take a quick break. And the product should be here when we get back. So I'm excited to actually have actual inventory to send back in. I haven't sent anything in 3-4 weeks now. So sales were fine because I was selling out of other products, but they definitely peaked and now they're starting to come down. So I'm excited to get that big shipment in of all of our new product, and it's officially going to be wholesale game after that. So I'm excited to jump in, learn the ropes, fall on my ass a few times and learn. And that way I can come back around and teach you guys the tips and tricks that I learned along the way too. But I just really I don't know why, I felt compelled just to go live and maybe share that message if 1 or 2 people need to hear it, is if you're spreading yourself too thin. And you guys know how I roll. Everything I try to do in life is about work-life balance. It's never about just business or just life. I try to touch base on both because I feel like it's a very big piece that no one really talks about. So I want you to really look at where you are putting your focus and attention on. Because if you're spreading yourself too thin, for example, if you're on Instagram and you're scrolling through and you see all these people killing it on Poshmark, you can't just jump into Poshmark because everyone else is doing it, everyone else is killing it. You can't just jump into that if you're really struggling with eBay and you're really struggling with Amazon, these other platforms. Okay, you really need to focus on one at a time. Get that thing to grow and start producing income. And when you have that positive cash flow and you have your systems and your routines down, then you start tagging on other stuff and you learn how to balance it better. Because I made the mistake in 2016 where I spread myself so thin that I had physical burnouts. Like I physically developed symptoms that were relating to heart attack because of my stress. I had to go in and get an EKG done. I had to get blood work done, all that nasty stuff that comes with it. I had to get all that workup done because physically I stressed myself to be sick. And so I was having heart palpitations, shortness of breath. My veins, I usually have like pretty good veins, but my veins were I could just see they weren't even like popping out like usual. Everything with my body was literally shutting down because of my stress, because I was spreading myself too thin. And that's why I hit this on the head so much for you guys on content is I tell you guys all the time, I know it sucks. I know it's easier said than done, but you've got to focus on a few things at a time. Do not spread yourself too thin. You've got to take breaks. That's another big thing that no one talks about too is breaks. Just get it. Like here at the office, I'm getting in the habit of just being here all day without ever leaving, without ever stopping working unless I'm eating lunch or something. And I need to get back in the routine of taking those consistent breaks. That's why I don't roll into the office early in the morning anymore. I used to rush to get in here by 9 o'clock in the morning every day. And I was just rushed every morning. I had that stress. And that's not why I'm building a business. I'm not building a business to have to be at the office at 9 a.m. on the dot every morning. That's not time freedom to me. I'm building this to have my time freedom. So I restructure my schedule and I say, you know what? I'm going to wake up. I'm going to make sure that first and foremost, I'm getting at least 7 hours of sleep. I need my 7 just to function. So preferably 8, but I'll get at least 7 hours of sleep. And I restructure my mornings instead of forcing myself to be here early and start my day. I told myself, what are the things that I can do in the morning that are going to lift me up the most, fill my own cup, so that when I do get to the office and focus on you guys, our community members, I focus on our groups, I focus on our reselling business, our Amazon or our eBay stuff. I give more to those if I feel my best, right? You guys hear me say that all the time. If I feel my best, I give my best. If I feel like shit, no one's really getting the best version of me if I feel like crap all the time. So I restructure my mornings. I don't get in here until about early. I'll get in here at like 10, 11 on the early side because I go to the gym. I read, I listen to videos and audiobooks. I go for a walk now that we have summertime. I take the morning to just lift myself up first because I'm no good to anyone else if I feel like crap. So that's a big change I made lately that's helping me really stay focused throughout my day. And I highly recommend that you guys try that too. But that's my spiel. I know most people are not going to really understand what I'm talking about. Some people it's going to hit home for you, and you guys are the ones I'm preaching to right now. And this is all based on my own experience. I'm not here to tell you like this is what you need to do. I'm just saying, listen, I know what it feels like to be overwhelmed and stressed and trying to like, oh my gosh, do I focus on Poshmark? Do I do Amazon merch? Do I do Amazon? Do I do eBay? Like there's so many different options to make money in this ball game that we're playing here. You can't let yourself get overwhelmed and feel like you need to do them all because everyone else is doing it. You focus on what you need to be doing that's going to provide for you and your family. And once you get that up to speed where it's consistently growing and you have positive cash flow, then you can tag on the extras. And then it gets into outsourcing. We just did a whole video yesterday on outsourcing. So once you get to that point of being overwhelmed and you're capped on your time with things, then you outsource certain systems and you start working on the stuff that you should be doing more of. But if you got anything on this video, smash that like button, the thumbs up. That does help out the channel. And if you guys like these style of videos where they're shorter, sweet, to the point, kind of like a real talk with Chaz version, just comment below. Let me know if you like these styles of videos. Maybe I'll hop up here and do a few more of them for you. But completely unscripted, and it's just, I don't know, I just felt compelled just to get some stuff off my mind, and hopefully somebody takes something out of it. But I'm curious, do you guys, I'll hang out here and just do a quick Q&A for you guys because I don't want this video to be too long. But do you guys struggle with the spreading yourself too thin? What do you do to help yourself focus? Like I said, for me, it's having my mornings to myself to just go to the gym, chill out if I need to chill out, read, yoga, go for a walk. Like I do those things for myself. So I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about that too. Tony says no more couch for me, man. I'm the opposite. I have not been a couch potato in probably a good solid year. So it was weird for me to give myself permission to chill on the couch all day. I still got a lot done on the computer, but I felt lazy because I was on the couch. What are the best web pages for online arbitrage? There's hundreds, if not thousands, of websites you can buy stuff from. So there's no like one that's better than the other. Just started selling online. Any tips for newbies that have sold 5 items? Keep listing. If you're doing eBay, just keep listing, keep buying more stuff. It's a consistent thing. You've got to stay consistent with this. So continuously upload those listings, keep improving on your photos, your keywords, your titles. All those are combo locks to make the sale happen. And if you're doing Amazon, it's the same process. You just keep sourcing, keep sourcing, keep sending in your Amazon FBA shipments, and your business is going to grow. As long as you stay consistent, it will grow. I feel like I missed a comment where somebody said, here it is. Brittany just created her Amazon sellers account today. Congratulations, Brittany. Now your next step, because most people create their account and then they get stuck in research mode. Now your next step is to send in your first shipment. Once you send in your first shipment and realize it's not that bad, then the addiction kicks in, especially when you make that first sale. Yeah, my buddy Chris Grant's in here. The hustle does not sleep ever. Nope. "24/7, 24/7. Yeah, you guys agree here. I even review my plan for the day when I'm in the shower. That sounds about right. There's been times where I wish I had a dry erase marker in the shower because I'll get these little like ideas and stuff, and I just want to like write it down somewhere. Yeah, Tony says put your phone away on the weekend, take a break. Absolutely. You guys, that was one of the best things I've done recently is I am super chillaxed on the weekends. I use Saturday as like a makeup day. So if I have work that needs to get done and I didn't get a chance to get to it Monday through Friday, then Saturday I'll come to the office and get my stuff done, but it's usually like a half day. Sundays they're wide open. I don't do anything business on Sundays. I might hop on and do a few posts, more social media stuff, because for me that's just fun. I don't ever look at that as work. I rarely look at any of this as work now that I think about it. The only thing that's work to me is if I have to do my own shipment. If I physically have to come here and like prep and pack stuff, which I don't like to do, And luckily, we have a prep center next door, so I don't really have to do that myself anymore. But there's times where I might just have a few things, or I might have specific items I'll prep myself. That to me feels like work. But if I'm shopping for the stuff, if I'm sourcing, if I'm creating content, if I'm doing phone, like I have days, guys, where I will put up my phone number on Instagram for people or even in our VIP group, and I will line up literally like 10 to 12 phone calls back to back. We're talking like 4 or 5 hours on the phone with tons of people. And it literally does not feel like work to me because I get so much reward out of diving into other people's lives and figuring out how I can best help them. Um, it's a super rewarding feeling, and only content creators or people that offer services will really understand that. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to be able to exert so much effort and energy into your day, but it not feel like work, because that reward that you get out of it is just, when I get these, excuse me, when I get these messages that come back after a couple months and they're like, "Hey Chaz, because of that conversation we had, I just made $1,000 or $5,000, or I just helped my wife quit her job." Like, I live for those messages. It's crazy. But yeah, breaks, guys, huge. If it's not taking weekends off, take breaks during the day, right? Take an hour and just go for a walk or something. Trust me, that stuff helps you out. Yeah, that's a good one. How to Live a Good Life by Jonathan Fields. Absolutely. How long have we been doing eBay? Trista started the eBay side, I want to say a year and a half ago. I tagged onto it last year, right before garage sale season kicked in. I tagged onto it. My chat bumped down. All right, I'm just going to take on a few last minute comments and questions here because I do not want this to go on too long for you guys. Make sure I don't miss any of y'all. Yeah, you guys can probably see in my eyes. I do not like being up late every night, but the last 3 nights I've been up super late. But now that I've caught up on everything I needed to get caught up on and created closure with a lot of projects that I've just been putting off, and I have those done, I can move forward, just completely clean slate, have my energy back, get reset. We're going to Disneyland this weekend, so I'm really excited for that reset. Just 10 Pac-Man says, "We have a game night as a family, no real job, eBay, or anything, but family for a couple hours every Friday." Absolutely. Those little hours of break time for yourselves are crucial. Like Saturdays, my boy and I have a 3-year-old, and so my boy Titus and I, we go to the pool every Saturday at noon. We are at the pool for an hour, and then we go play at the park for an hour. That 2 hour block is like, that recharges my entire week. Oh, nice, Steven. Learning with Rev ROI. Thanks for the special offer. No problemo. Thanks for supporting it. Yeah, Rev ROI, friggin' phenomenal extension. Yep. Irish Peddler, Brandon here nailed it. Date night once a week is a great way to take a break. Date nights are crucial. And here's a little side tip too, is if you work with your spouse, your date nights do not talk about business. That is a very, very big thing that Tristan and I had to learn. We made a rule for ourselves. If we're going out to like sushi, if we're going out to a movie, like, we do not chit chat about just business the whole time. So that's like the couple to couple advice I can give to you. By the way, Chaz, thanks for all your help. I just passed the 1 million sales mark over the last 2 years. Your insights have been a huge help. That is phenomenal. Congratulations on 1 million. I cannot wait to pass that. That is incredible. That right there is somebody who takes some advice, goes all in with it, and just makes it happen. That is fantastic. I only sleep when they medicate me. What's up, Rick Martinez? My chat bumped down again. I'm sorry. All right, we're back. There you go. I have a Monday morning meeting with myself, including roll call. Love it. Safety meetings Mondays. Quick question by Brad. I just made my first listing on eBay. I took good pictures. Anything else I could do to get my first 10 sales? Or I read the comment below it. Yeah, they nailed it right here. Is get your 10 listings up. The more not necessarily the more listings the better, but just get your 10 up, fill those 10 slots, and yeah, it's never. Here's the thing with like getting more eBay sales. It's never really going to be necessarily one thing that you improve on that necessarily makes the sales happen. It's like a combo lock. You've got your photos, you've got your title, your keywords play a role with that, and your description, your pricing, or if you're offering free shipping, free returns, even down to your handling time. If you got like same day shipping versus 2 day handling time, it's a combo lock. You got to have that right combination, and this takes practice over time, guys, to figure out what works for you and your customers. But it's a combo lock, and once you have that right combo lock, then you're going to start improving your sales. But ultimately, just in the very beginning, just focus on your listings, get more listings up, and stay consistent with it. Once you hit your 10, call eBay and ask for more, and they'll probably bump you up. That's what we did. How much do we make our first 6 months on eBay? Um, I don't even know. I would have to pull up our Excel sheet from last year. We did. Trista does clothing. We both hit garage sales, but I hit garage sales pretty hard, and I got into ink and toner, which had pretty high margins. And I can't even ballpark. In the first 6 months, we probably did, I don't know, 5 grand, 6 grand, 7 grand, somewhere like in that range. I was, especially with the ink and toners, I was doing really high margin stuff, which is why we were able to pull that off. I don't have my Excel sheet open though, so I don't know my specifics. Oh, nice. We just bought an '06 Mustang GT convertible, and we'd love to go for rides. I love cars, so my wife. It is awesome. That is amazing. Do we do wholesale? We are just now getting into wholesale. I have not done RA in a month, and it's been killing me to not go out and do RA because I really love it. But wholesale is the way that we're going to be going. So we do have our products being shipped right now. I have wholesale products I've been merchant filling, and we've done a few very small wholesale orders through FBA. But this purchase we have on its way right now, which will be here in about a week. This is our first legit wholesale order. So we're super pumped for it. Don't know if you caught it, but Hot Topic had a flash sale today. I got a few Funkos with stacked discounts. 3 hours left. Nice. I'll have to go check it out. I've got a pretty sweet Hot Topic connection, so I get a decent amount of Funkos from them. Lewis says once he got over 400 listings, sales picked up, and that is definitely something we saw a difference with. Once we hit, yeah, it was like 300 to 400. Once we passed like that 300 to 400 listings mark, I can back that up too and say we did see our sales start to pick up after that. And really too, once you get more feedback too, because if somebody goes to your store and they see 5 feedback or 10 feedback or 20 feedback, I mean, they know you're a pretty new seller. But if they see somebody with 500 feedback, 1,000 feedback, etc., they know that you've been in this a while and you know what you're doing. Do you keep a calendar and do you still work out regularly? I work out 6 days a week, every morning, non-negotiable. I've missed one workout the last like 2 months. I've been damn consistent over the last like 2 to 3 months, really consistent with it. But do I keep a calendar? I do, but it's super loose unless it's stuff that's like we have calls that we do every week. We have our YouTube live stuff that we do every week. So stuff that is a reoccurring appointment in my schedule, that's on there, and I have alerts that pop up for it. Our VIP members have access to my calendar, so they can go in there and book themselves in slots. So that kind of stuff I use a calendar for. I just use a Calendly is what I use for that. But aside from that, I don't run a strict schedule on myself anymore because it was stressing me out. I felt like I was constantly running late to stuff. I was constantly trying to overbook myself, overcommitting to projects. And I finally just said, you know what, unless it's something that is pre-scheduled, I'm going to keep my days open and flexible. And each morning I wake up, I look at my list of projects and I just ask myself, which one needs to get done this not necessarily the soonest, but I order them in order of importance, basically. So which big projects, one, are going to produce the income, and two, are going to be the biggest things that need to get done, and that's what I focus on for that day. So some days I have products that come in, and I know that Amazon has to be my focus that day, so I do Amazon work all day. Other days I sit down and I go through my hundreds of emails, messages, YouTube comments, Instagram DMs. I take a content day. Other days I might need content for YouTube and Instagram, so I will pre-record 5 or 6 videos. That way they're edited by my editor and then they're ready to go and be uploaded throughout the next couple weeks. So it's really day by day, and I love it that way now because I'm not stressed about running a tight schedule on myself. And two, I'm able to have variety in my day. I don't do the same thing every day, which I love because it keeps it variety. We got a sweet deal for our warehouse. We pay $1 per square foot. We have 1,000 square feet, so we pay $1,000 a month. And for this area, I couldn't find anything less than $1.50 per square foot. So the second that we found $1 per square foot, we were in. So that was a really, really good deal. I am merchant filling those wholesale products because they are in a glass bottle and they're in multi-packs, which you can't do on Amazon. And I actually get a higher margin because I have a specific way I ship them. So because of the way I'm able to ship them and the margin I have, I actually make more doing merchant filled versus FBA. So I only run that SKU and I have 8 different variations. Tips for finding wholesalers. All kinds of different ways you could do it. I like to go by brand. So if I know a brand that I want to sell, then I will just go and contact the manufacturer or the distributor and just ask them, hey, can I get a wholesale account? And I just keep it super simple like that. Another method you could do is go into retail stores, especially if you have local based ones that have your local region products, regional products, what we call them. Go into local stores that have regional products, start picking up the back and looking at them, and you will see distributed by, and then that brand or that distributor is who you contact to see if you can get a wholesale account with that. And then, of course, check and see if it's already on Amazon or if you need to create the listing and work with that brand to get them on Amazon. It's another popular way to do it too. Low margins, high volume, high margins on wholesale. It depends. There's some really, really good ones out there. Excuse me. Our current product, the one that I'm merchant filling, I am doubling my money on. Actually, now that I think about it, some of the listings I'm doubling. I have 8 different listings. Some of them I'm doubling my money. There's other ones. There's one in particular I'm tripling my money on. So that was a sweet, sweet buy that I found there. The product that is on its way right now, I got 960 units of. This one basically is a $5 buy cost, and after fees and shipping, I'll make about 6. So I'm doing over 100% ROI on that one. But these are nuggets. You're not going to find those very often. In general, I am totally fine getting a 30 to 40% ROI. And that's just for me personally. I need help with something. I think about changing my name. What do you guys think I should do? Huh? If you want to change your name, change your name. I don't know you personally. I don't know your situation, so I can't really help with that one. What's up, Randy? Oh, Flip Monkey, what's up? Sent you a DM earlier regarding OA leads. Just need a little bit of info. Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't checked my I looked over as if I was going to look over at my phone, but you guys are on my phone right now. Yeah, if you sent me a message on Instagram, I'm going to get back to those tonight about our OA list. Tips for FBA with little capital, cash flow, 100%. Just same tip for eBay. If you're starting with limited capital, you need to go for quick flips, even if it's a lower ROI, just so you can create your positive cash flow. Once you start to have that cash flow, then you can get into bigger purchases, wholesale purchases, all that good stuff. Hello, I appreciate your videos. Thank you for taking the time. For how long would you keep relisting an eBay item? Me personally, I don't like to hold on to inventory more than like 60 to 90 days. If it's going to be a decent flip, if it's going to be a big margin, I'll hold on to it longer than that. But I typically I do a mix of both the long tail versus the quick flips. I do a mix, but I definitely lean towards the quick flip. I'm more happy making $3 on a $10 purchase, which is 30% ROI. I'm more happy doing that quickly than holding out to make $5 or $6 on that $10. And that's just my personal method. I like cash flow coming in consistently, and for me personally, just quick flips is what I like to do with it. But of course, if I get high margin items, I am more than happy to sit on it. Is RA still worthwhile? 100%. If I wasn't getting into wholesale and I had the capital, I just put into wholesale, I would go demolish RA right now. There's a ton of product out there. The ABC of reselling says first time live, like seeing local resellers killing it. Are you from Oregon? That's awesome. Yeah, if you get, I know we got Northwest people that watch these things. So if you're in the Northwest, comment below. I'd love to see where you're from. We're actually located in McMinnville, so we're about an hour south of Portland. Oh no, I'm mad YouTube didn't notify me you were live. One tip is you have to have the little bell notification turned on, and that will notify you when we go live and post videos and that kind of stuff. What are your thoughts on drop shipping? I don't do it. I don't like things that are out of my control, and unless you're utilizing a manufacturer or a distributor, it's very tough to control stock. So for me personally, I do not do drop shipping. Do I offer overnight shipping if the buyer asks for it? I do not, because if they do not like it, eBay, that bumped down. eBay will force me to refund for the shipping that I can get expensive. Yeah, I've never run into an issue where somebody wants overnight shipping. I don't think I would offer it even if they wanted to pay for the extra, just because of that reason right there. If they do want a refund, because we do offer the free returns, free shipping to maintain our top rated. So that's definitely a tough one. Mike says, can you recommend an RA private group list to subscribe to? I don't know of an RA list, but I do know that in our VIP group, you can message me about this, or it's on our website still. We still have a couple spots open. SideHustleProsVIP.com. That is our private Facebook group, which is a VIP group, and we do a lot of RA stuff in there. So I use a couple different programs, and I basically give you guys some leads. I teach you guys how to go hunt down RA stuff, mix in a little bit of OA stuff, but we do have an online arbitrage list that's separate from that. Oh, nice. You're just up in Gladstone. That's not far from me at all. I know you said it's a combo as far as listing on eBay, from pics to titles to pricing. What do you recommend as far as shipping? Offer free shipping or let buyers pay? What works for us? We've always offered free shipping. I just know me as a customer, I always lean towards buying from somebody who offers free shipping. And so that's just our personal take on it, is we do free shipping. Unless it's, no, even if it's like an expensive item or something like that, or like a bigger item, I usually, if I am going to charge for shipping, I'll just work it into the price so it still shows free shipping. So there's something that happens in a buyer's head when they see that free shipping, even if it's a little bit higher price. There's just that word free that messes with the brain. Makes you feel like you're getting a deal. That's awesome. Inflated Hero says, I forgot you were in Oregon. I sent an auction over to Nicole. I'd have to let you know as well. That's hilarious. Yeah, Nicole killed it on that. Was it that furniture auction you sent her over? She killed it on that thing. I know nothing about furniture, so I don't even know if I would have snatched that deal. Got Kent, Washington. That's not too far. Okay, yeah, the kids' furniture. Yeah, looked like a sweet deal, especially because she knows furniture stuff really well. Yeah, Amazon definitely forbids drop shipping unless there's one exception. If you are working directly with a manufacturer or a distributor, then you can do it on Amazon fine, but do not drop ship on Amazon the way that most people drop ship, which is using retail sites, Alibaba, that kind of stuff. Do not recommend it. Sandra, I tried to join, but no response yet. Yes, the VIP group is a paid group. It's $20 a month. You get personal access to me pretty much any. Excuse me, I had the burps tonight. Anytime you need me, so you can schedule a one-on-one call with me anytime. You get access to my cell phone, so you can text me, and then we also have the group itself, which I pour a ton of extra value in there. I do a lot of extra videos and teaching and tutorial stuff inside of just that group. If you have already subscribed and you're not in the group, just email me and I can figure out what happened on the back end and I can get you plugged in there and taken care of. Chaz at sidehustlepros.com. I can get you taken care of on there. I have to move my phone over so I can see your guys' comments. Do you offer the buy now option on eBay or auction? We do buy it nows. I'll throw stuff up on auction if it's I've always wanted to try this, but there's a fear I'm not going to get what I want, is taking something that is a rare item or a very, very high demand item and trying it on auction, seeing how it does. I haven't done it yet. But stuff that's just old, stale inventory, I just want to get rid of. I'll throw it up on auction. Just get rid of it. What sites do we use for online auctions? I actually have not done online auctions in a long time. I was using B Stock Supply for a while. I did some good deals out of there. Liquidation.com it's hit or miss. It's saturated now, so there's not going to be as many good deals on there. But B Stock Supply was the main one I was using. And then Box Fox is another one I would recommend. They do more new in the box stuff and like Saucony shoes, Mizuno shoes, that kind of stuff too. How many items should I ship in Amazon my first time? I would recommend at least 20 to 30 because you want to have enough going in that you're going to save on your shipping. If you only send in like 5 items, you're going to pay probably over $1 per pound. But if you send in more than 20 or 30, and basically the heavier the box, the cheaper it's going to be. So if you send in 20 or 30 items, you're probably only going to pay 40 to 50 cents per pound rather than over $1 per pound. So that's what I would recommend. Aside from that, all right, we hit the bottom. All right, I told you guys I want to keep this one fairly short, even though we still went to 43 minutes. But for those of you that got here in the first part, I covered my focus topic pretty quick. So the last half hour has been Q&A session for you guys. Do you guys like quick question? Because I always want to make sure that the videos are structured to help you out the most. Do you like the setup where I come on here and I do a topic that I talk about that's like 10, 15 minutes, and then we just open up Q&A at the end? Or do you like Q&A mixed in with it, but it ends up being like an hour video? Because I'm always here to structure things to what's going to benefit you guys most. Because I can sit up here and talk for another 2 hours. That's fine. But I know that not everyone wants to sit in a 2-hour video. So I want to always make sure that the content's going to be what you guys want most. All right, so we got mixed in, topic first, then Q&A, mixed in, like it all, mixed in. topic, then Q&A, topic first. So we got a good mix. I think I'll play around with both. Me personally, I would lean towards doing my topic for you guys in like 10, 15 minutes, get what I got to say out, and then open up Q&A for like 30, 40 minutes, something like that. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to do yeah, Frank, I agree with you. It's definitely a little cleaner if it's topic first and then Q&A at the end. So it's not so sporadic sometimes. But my main goal is to always, one, make sure any video we put up is always going to provide you guys some type of value. And two, I'm able to get to all your questions. I know that doesn't happen every single time, especially when it's a busy chat bar. It's very easy to miss questions, so we do apologize for that. All right, looks like we'll be doing Q&A at the end there. Cool. And then I'm going to do a little poll. So if you guys want to do me a big favor, I'm going to do a poll. And if you're watching the recording, it's already up. I'm going to do a poll right after I hop off of here on YouTube. And just go to our YouTube channel, and then you'll see it's like a little Facebook. It looks like a Facebook feed, and I can do polls and stuff. I'm going to do a poll, and I want to see what type of time frame you guys like best in a video. So I'm going to put up something like, do you like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, and kind of get some ideas on where we should really be focusing. Because again, for me, when I watch YouTube videos, if they go over an hour, I start to fade out. If it's really good information, I can tune in for an hour, no problem. I think my sweet spot is usually like that 30-minute mark. So I'm going to do that poll for you guys and make sure I don't want to be up here talking for an hour or 2 hours if everyone's tuning out. I want to make sure you guys are getting some value out of this. So stay tuned, and I will get that up as soon as we're done here. Awesome, Steven. Welcome aboard. Just join the VIP group. I love it. Yeah, first thing, if you do join our VIP group, first thing to check out is the group pin post and also the group files, because there's tons of information in there. We actually have Wednesday night video calls, and I oftentimes bring on guest speakers. Like we just had Glenn from the Hustler Hacks come onto the VIP group and talk about merch. So he's one of, I don't even know, 10 or 15 different speakers we've had. So go into the group files, and there's a file that has all the previous recordings. Tons of information in there, guys. But aside from that, I'm hopping off. It is now almost 10 o'clock here, and I know it's super late for those of you watching on the East Coast, so thank you guys for tuning in.